Good afternoon, everyone. This is Miss Scott. Today, I just want to do a short tutorial on how to send a professional email to your teacher. We know there are specific instances when we may have questions or we're having issues with an assignment and we need to get in touch with our instructor. I want to go over some tips to be able to send a proper email that will get to your instructor quickly, get your instructor the information that he or she needs, and get you a response as soon as possible so that you can get an answer to your question or your problem. So, when we look at sending an email to our teacher, the first thing we want to do is make sure that we're being formal. So, that means we want to, directly greet the teacher by name. We want to make sure that we're using spell check. We want to make sure that we're using grammatically correct language, so no text language or shortcuts, and make sure that we're using please and thank you. We know that we can catch more bees with honey. And so we want to make sure that we're being very respectful and very nice because we're asking help of that person. And in any instance of sending an email with someone, we want to try to give people the same type of respect that we will want back. Also, if we're sending an email to our teacher, we want to try, if possible, to use an email account with a formal name, if possible. I know in certain instances we may only have one email account that we can use, and if that's all you have, then that's fine. But in general, when you're sending a professional email, you want to try to have a specific email account that you're using for professional interactions. For instance, I have about 5 different email addresses, but the one email address that I use for professional emails or for job emails is my first and last name at yahoo.com. So I just try to streamline my email name and make it something kind of formal. The next thing we want to do is to add a subject line to our email, and not just add a subject line, but we want to add a subject line that is meaningful. So if I'm emailing my teacher and I have a question about a specific assignment, for my subject line, I may want to put question regarding activity 7.1 in digital literacy semester 1 class. So I want to try to make it as specific as possible so that as my teacher opens up their email account and they're scanning through their emails, that will catch their attention. They'll realize right away that this is an email coming from a student and that it's a question regarding a class. The next thing we want to do is we want to always use a greeting in our email. So don't just go right into your email, but actually greet the person that you're emailing. So if you're sending something to me, you want to say, "Dear Miss Scott," or "Hi Miss Scott," or "Hello Miss Scott," "Good afternoon Miss Scott," some type of greeting before you get into the actual meat of your email. Then next you want to briefly but thoroughly state the reason that you're sending the email. So when I say that, you want to make sure that you're giving me your first and last name, your full name, so I know who the email is coming from. And then you want to briefly but thoroughly explain why you're emailing me, what your question is. So, "Hi, Miss Scott. This is Brittany Curry from Career Development Semester 1. I have a question regarding activity 3.2.1. Could you please give me some more information on how to write a team building plan?" So that wasn't a very long email, but I gave a lot of information in that email. I gave my first and last name. I told what class I was from. I told what specific activity I had a question about, and then I asked my question. So you want to make sure you include all of that information in your email so that I can accurately give you an answer. I can't tell you how many times I get emails and the students don't include their names, first of all. So then I have no idea who the email is coming from. Um, some they don't include the class, so I have no idea what class you're referring to. Many times I'll just get an email that says I need help. While I appreciate you reaching out to me and letting me know that you need help, that's not giving me enough information. I don't know who needs help. I need your first and last name. I don't know what class you're in, and I don't know what specific assignment you need help with. So just saying I need help is way too broad. It doesn't give me the specific information I need to help you with your particular problem. So I need you to be as specific as possible. I need you to give me your name, the class that you're in, the assignment, and then what specifically in that assignment you don't understand or you need help with. Okay. So once you finish the email, you're going to sign off with your first and last name. You're going to make sure that you thoroughly proofread that email before you send it to me. So it's always good when you're sending out any type of correspondence to someone to read back through your emails. Sometimes we're typing fast. We think we've typed everything that we want. We go back and proofread and we realize that we've forgotten a word, or we've spelled something wrong, or we've completely omitted something we wanted to add. So always go back, read through your email, make sure everything looks the way you want it. Then you can send it off. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you're allowing adequate time for a reply. So in general, you should give your instructor about 24 hours to answer your email. So if you're sending an email today at 1 o'clock, you want to give them till about 1 o'clock tomorrow to get an answer. And in general, you should be getting an answer within 24 hours from your teacher. If for some reason 24 hours has went past and you haven't received a response, at that time it's completely okay to then follow up and send another email if you haven't gotten a response by then. But if you send an email to someone, in general, you don't want to sit there and wait an hour and then email them back, hey, it's been an hour. I haven't gotten a response from you. What's going on? You want to give that person at least 24 hours to respond. So those are my tips for sending an email. Hopefully that will help you as you're going through your class. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a chat message or a text or an email at any time. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.